Did you ever feel that anyone ever made you feel inferior because of a lack of the formal education, or was it an internal?
I'm sure they did, but it was much stronger, the internal voice, right? It's like, I don't think anybody, you know what it's like when you're in London, there is such a class system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people know immediately, in this country, they think you and I sound like the Queen, and we know in reality, we don't, babe. And in London, any English people listening to that, us absolutely know that. And so there is always that, you open your mouth and immediately you're judging, you know exactly where I'm from, and you can attribute a set of circumstances to that. But I think it was much more about the voice in my own head. And I think about that an awful lot now in the way that I've set up my life and my businesses. And, you know, I believe very much in this idea, like this rule of thirds, right? I think about it constantly. You know, when you are doing something very difficult or you are chasing a dream, you're going to be happy about a third of the time. You're going to feel okay about a third of the time. And the other third of the time, you're going to feel pretty crappy. You are going to feel bad. And if the ratios get out of whack and things are not actually, you're too happy, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. And if, you know, you're actually spending too much time, you're probably not, you know, you're not thinking about it right. But I do think that lean in that I've had my whole life, like the idea that I shouldn't be comfortable and happy all of the time, actually really helps me so much. And I think about that idea of the third and the third and the third, and it doesn't scare me anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm just having one of the days that is my crappy day. That's okay, because what I'm doing isn't straightforward. It isn't what everybody's doing, and it's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be heavy. It's supposed to not be comfortable all the time. And I think that for me has been a way that I can actually get through those times that are a bit more tricky.
You know, I love that. I've never heard someone say it like that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's such a unique way of thinking about it. So you said the thirds are okay, happy, and then terrible.
And then terrible.
Yeah, and I that's so spot on. And I've never heard someone break it down like that simply.
Yeah. Well, I am a very simple girl. You know, that's I have to break it down like that for myself. Yeah. But you know, it's really helpful because I think in any part of your life, like there is, especially now because I work with so many people, there is this idea. And also, you know, I'm a mum of 4, right? So there is this part of me that's like, I just want my kids to be all right and to be happy all the time. And I'm like, actually, no. Because it's in those moments, and you know this more than anyone, of challenge, of difficulty, that's when you grow the most. But we shouldn't, rather than like trying to remove that from my children or take those times away from my employees or think that's not okay. It's like, no, guys, like that's what it's about. And if you're coasting through life and doing something like really simplistic, fine, you might just feel all right all the time. But I am so happy when the good is good that I'll take the okay and the bad. You know, it's worth it because it actually all comes out even in the end. You know?
For sure.